What happens when $1 billion brand is built not on perfection but on truth? Hey Brainiacs, welcome back to Brain and Bank. I'm Jom. This is where we break down the real strategies behind money, mindset, and business growth. Today, we are unpacking one of the most powerful branding moves in modern business, how Skims reinvented shapewear by turning personal experience into a powerful empire. You are about to see why owning your story isn't just brave, it's brilliant business. Let's dive into it.
Chapter 1: The Skims Origin Built from Personal Experience. Before it was a $1 billion brand, Skims was just a personal frustration. Kim Kardashian, despite her fame and access, couldn't find shapewear that actually fit her body. Nothing in her skin tone, nothing that worked under what she wore, and nothing that felt comfortable for real women. The options were limited, outdated, and designed for one body type, not hers and not most people's. So instead of settling, she made her own. She cut pieces, sewed custom solutions, and asked, why isn't there a brand that actually reflects what women need today? And that's the key. Skims didn't start with market research, it started with lived experience. It didn't launch with trends, it launched with truth. Kim took something deeply personal, her body, her shape, her challenges, and used that to build something universal. Because she knew she wasn't the only one. She knew millions of other women had the same silent complaints about comfort, sizing, and representation. And by solving her own need, she created a product that immediately resonated. That's the power of creating something from a real problem. Not just what's profitable, but what's personal. Chapter 2: Building for the customer, not the crowd. Most brands chase trends, Skims chase real needs. From the very beginning, Skims was designed with the customer in mind, not the fashion elite or the marketing crowd. It wasn't about what would look good on a billboard. It was about what would feel good on your body. And it shows. Skims launched with inclusive sizing, ranging from XXS to 5X, before inclusivity was a buzzword. It offered 9 shades of nude, not just beige for light skin. It embraced soft fabrics, flexible fits, and shapewear that actually felt like it was designed for everyday wear, not red carpets or runways. That's the difference between building a product and building for a person. Kim and her team listened, tested, and reworked products based on real feedback from real women. They featured models with different body types, not to check a diversity box, but to reflect the actual people buying their product. And that created trust. People didn't just buy Skims because of who Kim is, they bought because Skims understood who they were. It's easy to follow hype. It's harder but far more powerful to follow humility and clarity, to ask what your audience actually needs and to serve them better than anyone else. That's the real flex, building for people, not performance. Chapter 3: The Power of Owning Your Story. Skims didn't just win because of product, it won because of positioning, and that came from Kim Kardashian owning her story. In a world where most celebrities distance themselves from vulnerability, Kim did the opposite. She didn't pretend to be a fashion designer or a product engineer. She leaned into the truth, a woman with a platform who had personal struggles finding clothes that worked for her body. Instead of hiding her image or trying to out-professional the competition, she brought people in. She showed that her body wasn't perfect, but that it was powerful, that her experiences with shapewear were awkward, uncomfortable, and real, just like everyone else's. She turned her reality into her brand advantage. That's the lesson. When you lead with your story, you build connection. And connection is currency. Skims became more than a product. It became a mirror for women who had never felt fully seen. Through honest storytelling, inclusive representation, and staying rooted in lived experience, Kim created not just a fashion brand, but a movement. You don't need to be perfect to build a powerful brand. You just need to be honest, human, and helpful. People connect with truth, people follow transparency. And when you own your story, you stop selling and start resonating. Chapter 4: What creators and entrepreneurs can learn from Skims. If Skims taught us anything, it's that you don't need to be the most traditional, the most technical, or even the most accepted to build a billion-dollar brand. You just need to be real and committed to the people you're serving. Here are 3 major lessons every creator and entrepreneur can take away from the Skims playbook. Start with your lived experience. The best business ideas aren't found in focus groups. They're found in real life. Skims was born from a personal frustration, and that made it relatable, relevant, and real. If there's something you struggle with, chances are thousands of others do too. That's not just a problem, it's an opportunity. Build for your audience, not your ego. Skims didn't follow fashion trends to impress the industry. It followed its customers. It responded to real needs, offered real representation, and showed real bodies that built loyalty and word of mouth that no marketing budget can fake. Always ask, what do they need, not what makes me look good. Own your story, even the imperfect parts. Kim didn't build Skims by pretending to be someone else. She built it by showing up as herself, imperfect, scrutinized, bold. Your story is not a weakness, it's your differentiator. The more honest you are, the more trust you earn. And in business, trust is what drives conversion. So, whether you're just starting out or already growing your brand, remember this. The real edge in today's market isn't hype, it's honesty. You don't need millions to launch. You need a message that matters, a product that solves something, and a story you're not afraid to tell. Because the brands people love today aren't just built on polish. They're built on purpose.
Skims didn't win because it was trendy. It won because it was true. A woman saw a gap, built for people like her, and didn't wait for permission to start. That's the kind of branding that breaks industries and the kind of mindset that builds empires. If this inspired you to rethink your brand, your story, or your audience, subscribe to Brain and Bank. This is where we simplify success with real lessons on money, mindset, and business. And I want to hear from you. What part of your story are you finally ready to build? Drop it in the comments, because in today's world, the most powerful brand isn't the loudest. It's the one that makes people feel seen. Own your truth, build from there. And remember, your story isn't just personal, it is powerful. I will see you in the next video.